Sat Sri Akal ji, I'm Subbika and today we're making Murukku, and this is my mother-in-law's recipe. Here the ingredients: 2 kgs of Baba's rice flour. If you are from Malaysia, please do Baba's rice flour. Your Murukku will turn out very good. Tepung ulundu, mahada atta, roasted white ulundu flour, Baba's brand. This one we need 500 grams. Ghee, 2 tablespoons. Fresh coconut milk, 350 ml. Sesame seed, bijan, it's half cup. Sugar, 1/4 cup. Omom, bishop seeds. This one you need it roughly 3 tablespoons. Salt, 11 to 12 teaspoon. Okay, for the salt, you especially be careful. Teaspoon. Please measure the teaspoon perfectly. Sorry, it's half. 1 teaspoon. There. Please measure perfectly the salt. The salt shouldn't be extra or less. It should be either 11 or 12. If you don't like too salty, just 11 should be enough. And water. We need 3,400 ml of water. You need some papers. You need the Murukku making, and we modify the Murukku making with this old one. So let's make it. Step number 1, we're going to roast the rice flour, and then we're going to roast the ulundu. This is already roasted, but we're going to just heat up a bit. Okay, it's been already 20 minutes. I roast on the slow to medium flour. How you know when it's roasted? When you can see it's a little bit brownish on the down. You see? And then the flour will be very light. When you start roasting, it's very heavy, and then slowly it starts becoming very light. It means it's roasted already. Now I'm going to transfer it. Here, be careful, don't put the high flame, otherwise your flour will burn. Ulundu. So we're just going to roast this one only for 2 minutes because it's already roasted. We just want to heat it up. Medium fire. It's hardly take 1 minute and it's heat up already. I'm going to off the gas. Rice flour, remember, don't over roast it. You have to do it on a very light flame. Roast it. Here 3,400 ml of water. We're going to add 11 or 12 teaspoons of salt. I got a helper, Harman Singh here. 1/4 cup of sugar. Thank you, Harman. Fresh coconut milk, 350 ml. Ghee, 2 tablespoons. Let it boil. Now this is the roasted flour, rice flour, and the ulundu flour. We already roasted it, and now we're going to add the omom, ajwain, bishop weeds, 3 tablespoons. Sesame seed, bijan is half cup, and we're going to mix it. Mixing is very, very important. Never ever do shortcut in mixing. The better the mix, the better the formula. So here it almost took me 10 minutes to mix the flour, and now I'm going to add the coconut water, which one is almost boiling, and here is the boiling coconut milk. Okay, so we're going to add the coconut milk, which one we just boiled it. Be very careful, it's very hot. You cannot cool down this water, you cannot do it in the cool water. It has to be done during the hot. Our flour, when we roast it, it cool down, it's never mind, but the water shouldn't be cooled down. It should be done during its hot. You can consider boiling hot. This is my mother-in-law's recipe. She's 74. She's a grandmother of 9 grandkids. And she's making since her 20s this recipe, and this is one of the best recipe ever. You can feel that smoke effect. It's how hot the steam it is. So when the water left little bit, add little by little. You see, it's not easy to make the muruku dough. This recipe will make 1.5 tin, 1 big tin and half tin of the muruku. Okay, now as it's almost, we use the water, we leave only little bit. Now we want to wait just for a while, let it be cool down for a while, and then we want to roll it like this. We're going to make the dough. Don't throw away the water, we need this water for the later use. It's been already 20 minutes and it's cooled down a bit, so we can start rolling little bit. If you want to cool down faster, you can put it under the fan, but it's not 100% cool down, so you can start rolling it. Remember, it's still hot. We are making rough doughs. We will redo again. See, the steam is still coming. It's hot. These are the rough dough balls. So we're going to remix again now. See, this is your second time mixing the dough. From rough, now we're going to do again. We're adding a little bit of water because the flour is, because when the flour get cool down, it becomes little bit of stiff. So we need to add just few drops of the coconut water.
Wet your hands.
You can feel the dough. It's soft, not so hard, not so runny. It's just perfect. Okay, here we're going to make the final dough balls. So you see, first you make all the dough balls like that, and then you can use the newspaper cutting, you can use the brown one. We just need any paper. This water we just keeping in case the dough becomes soft. Okay. So you cannot make all together. You make part by part and start deep frying. If you got a partner, one person can make the mold and one person can deep fry. Deep frying of the murukku should be on the high flame. When we are making the dough balls, take a cloth, wet it and cover it so the dough don't get dry. Wet cloth. Here is the almond sink.
10 years old.
10 years old. Clever boy, almond sink.
Okay.
Now grandmother in the picture. So I put all in the tray, so easy to deep fry. Making murukku is a family affair. So here grandmother, grandkids, my brother-in-law, my husband. Here, this is the formula of 1.5 tea which we just mixed, and we are mixing another 8 packets, means 4 kg rice flour for another recipe. My sister-in-law, Balvinda ko. Hi Anu. And here I am doing the shooting. We wish everybody happy Diwali. Okay, we are putting this, the oil is heat up already. Little bit of Assam Jawa, so the oil won't burn it. It's a special tip from grandmother. Tamarind. We put a bit of tamarind before start frying the murukku. Here our murukku mold is ready. The fire is a high fire. We put the high fire flame, but not so high, but it's high. So when you see the bubbles are almost gone, so it's time to take it out. Here, our murukku is ready. Thank you. How to know your murukku is nice? You break, you must see one hole. If the hole is there, means they are perfectly cooked and the taste will be very, very nice. So if you want to make a star one like this, so you can use this mold and you can start making. Here Raj Dekor is doing the Achwan, Karan Singh, Iqbal Singh, Arjun Singh, Harman Singh. Here. This one is our another formula, and then our bishop's wheats was finished, which we washed and dried earlier. So now we just wash on the spot and you can just add it. No worries if your ajwain is wet. It's okay because we're going to add water anyhow, so everything is going to become wet only. But if possible, you wash 1-2 days earlier and dry it. So when newly put the murukku, please don't turn. You can just maybe one time like something is sticking at the side, but don't give one big turn because they will break. Wait for 1 to 2 minutes to start turning it.